Alright. Let's see. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Bad Boys Miami Takedown. Pretty good game. It really isn't, but it's an interesting game. If you've ever seen any of the Bad Boys movies, I guess this game kinda is based off of, I think, the second movie, Bad Boys 2. And in this game you get to play as Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. However, I guess the game was so bad that the Will Smith and Martin Lawrence couldn't voice act their own characters, which was pretty funny. So most of this game is just running through levels instead of actually killing enemies. The only times you ever really kill enemies is when you like actually need to, or like where it's required that you actually kill enemies. Most of the time you're just running through the levels. There's armor pickups and health pickups around levels, and you want to strategize around picking up the armor pickups and picking up the health pickups whenever possible, because the enemies do a lot of damage to you. And there's also other pickups on the level, like you'll see me pick up here some grenades. The grenades are helpful later on during the boss fight at the end of this level, because the boss levels usually have them hiding and they pop out every once in a while and then you're able to shoot them. But if you have grenades, you can just lob a grenade behind where they're hiding and it can give them damage.
Cool. Now I'm almost as good as new. Wasn't that good?
Yeah, this game is a little awkward to control.
And I'll do it next time if you don't get your ass in gear. How the hell do you let a house get that messed up? You don't have kids, do you?
Oh yeah, rolling makes you harder to hit as well.
Smells coming from upstairs. I feel dizzy.
If you roll, it makes the enemies, I guess, a little harder to hit you, but I don't really do it too much. Alright, so this is the first boss fight, and this is where the grenades are going to come in handy. You can just toss grenades, and it'll hit him while he's behind these things and taking cover. Sometimes the grenades won't actually do damage, and I guess it's because the enemy is going through like invincibility frames, or you just end up missing them entirely. I lost all my grenades here, so I'm gonna actually have to shoot him normally. And this is gonna kind of suck because I have a pistol. You can actually lock on in this game, and I didn't actually realize that until earlier. I don't really think you can lock on in this fight though, so I'm just gonna shoot him normally. Alright, so that's the end of the first act. There's 5 acts in this game, and yeah, the name of that one guy was Basu.
Okay, you got plans to a bank. Maybe you dumbasses are halfway.
Alright.
Sons of bitches, this is my bank. You don't screw with a man's
So I guess another thing is shooting enemies. Like the best way to shoot enemies is to just kind of like strafe, or as the great legend Egg Boy calls it, the scoot and shoot, where you just kind of strafe back and forth and shoot. Because when you're strafing, it makes the enemies, it's a little harder for the enemies to shoot you. Shout out Stag Boy, the greatest bad boy speedrunner.
Never mind the driving, just follow that ass.
I almost feel like I should be quiet for most of the like times these characters talk, because the voice acting is just pure gold.
Hey, quit your shirt, man. This is expensive.
Guess he's one of them new fashion cops, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so these barrels are explosive, and you usually... Oh, I kind of messed that up, but you usually want to... There's some levels in some places where you want to use those to your advantage, and also in some levels where you actually want to try to stay as far away from them as possible. Because if they explode near you, they do a lot of damage.
You know, getting shot really pisses me off.
Then try taking it out on him and not me.
Okay. Is that Tupac? Alright, so... each level usually has like a couple little puzzles that you have to do to continue on with the, getting to the end. This one, the gimmick is that there's an axe blocking the door and you have to shoot the axe to get through. When the first time I played this game, I was so confused. I was wondering why I wasn't able to go through there until I realized that there was an axe. There's also like drugs around on the levels that you can pick up, but they aren't required for any percent. If somebody were to do like an all pickups run or something, those would be required. Like if anybody was ever crazy enough to do a 100% run, those would be the reason to pick them up. But I don't really think they do anything by picking them up. They're just kind of there. There's also a meter on the side of the screen that shows like good cop or perfect cop and bad boy or something. And I think picking up the drugs puts you closer to perfect cop.
Damn it, I gotta do everything myself. Okay, you want to party with Mike Lowry? Hey, got some protection now.
What? You holding your wallet in front of your chest?
Hey, holy shit, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, so in this level there's a helicopter, and the helicopter is going to be the boss fight at the end of the level. Oh, there's also, I guess this is something kind of funny to mention, but there's actually no checkpoints in these levels. The only time there's a checkpoint is before a boss fight. Otherwise, there's no checkpoints at all. And if you die during a level, you go all the way back to the beginning. And there's actually an in-game timer, but you only see it at the end of an act. And if you die during a level, like for example, if you at the end of this level for the boss fight, if you play this entire act up to the boss fight and then die, your in-game timer will reset as if you went back to the beginning of this level, but it'll still start you or the timer will still start from the boss fight, so your in-game time will actually like only have like half of this level. Like, I thought that was really weird when I was doing individual acts for this game. Alright, so this is the next boss fight, and for fights like these, you don't want a pistol. The best weapon for these that I've found is an AK. You can use an AK in a later fight as well because it's a really good automatic weapon. Yeah, so this boss fight isn't really that bad. You just want to make sure you stand out of the way of the rockets in the second phase, and you stay out of the way of the machine gun in the first phase. Or as long as you like hug the wall, you should be good. Alright. This next act is one of my favorites.
I just don't get this connection between the
Yeah,
Russians
my favorite in-game time is
Okay,
I think that Max Payne game where you slow down time and every enemy you kill removes time from your in-game time. That's my favorite in-game time. I think it's Max Payne. I can't remember. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab this just to make sure. I was practicing earlier. I think you can.
Yo, Mike, I know this is the first time I ever busted into a gallery, but well, these guys are packing way too much military hardware.
So, what's your point?
My point is, I just spent the whole day picking bullets out of my ass, and I just want. Okay, that does it. I get shot one more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
This place is run by a guy called Kirill Akimov. He's a known associate of Tulio Mendoza.
That's the guy whose money you torched. No wonder they're so pleased to see you.
Import this, asshole.
Oh yeah, you can also shoot through boxes. I kind of did it a little bit there. It was kind of hard to notice. I'll probably do it later on in another level, but if you're standing behind a box and you can see the enemy's head through the box or something, you can actually shoot through the box and hit them in the head. Also, headshots in this game are the
Okay, I'm in.
cause the most damage on enemies, which is what you want to go for the most.
Easy, partner. Chill pill time.
As would be like any game really.
All called anger.
Something funny going on. These Russians don't give a shit about the artwork here.
I don't give a shit about the artwork either.
Alright, so this next part is probably the only part of this game that actually has RNG. There's 3 rooms, and you have to try to find a gas mask. Okay, it wasn't in the first room. Best case scenario would be that the gas mask is in this first room. But... oh wow, I got third room. This is pretty much the only part of the game that actually has RNG, as far as I know. And you have to get the gas mask, otherwise you die. Because there's like toxic gas. Alright, I'm gonna pick up some health here because...
Needed what? First aid? Is the shit you're calling is...
oh shit.
You ain't wearing a cap.
Yeah, there's if you're not careful in this fight, these guys are really, or their guns are really powerful and they can do a lot of damage to you if you're not careful. And I'm actually gonna have to
Spoil the only fun we get now.
actually kill enemies when I go towards the exit here because I'm really low on health. Where's the other guy at? Oh, he's over here. I'm actually probably gonna die. I'm gonna take this really safe. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna die. Alright. Yeah, so this, I guess this will kind of show off how the bad checkpoint system in this game. But after you die, it'll just throw you back to the beginning of the level. But it also shows off how tough the enemies in this game can be.
Okay, I'm in.
What can you see?
I can see anger.
Easy, partner. Chill pill time.
Oh yeah, the background music in this game is also really cool. Because when no action is going on, there's no music going on.
Not the point. He's got...
Like, unless you're actually doing something, there will be no background music. Will I get third room again? Ooh, I got second room this time. Oh, well. Alright, now I can do this the actual way. I usually go this way, but I had like low health last time, so I had to do it a different way.
Bad shirts, cheap aftershave. I'd probably shoot you. Watch it, he's wild.
Yeah, I have a lot more health this time, so this is going to be a lot easier, but I'll grab that armor just in case.
Damn it, everybody just quit shooting me.
Oh, so you're gonna spoil the only fun we get, man.
Maybe be a bit louder.
Okay,
Alright.
Marcus, I'll done and dusted down here.
Here, I'll
I
just
think
let
I
this
need to split real
play
quick.
for a
Get the
second.
damn elevator thing.
Don't think the elevator's working no more.
Why would that be, Mike?
Because of the fire.
Fire.
What damn fire?
Lots of damn fire.
Alright. That's just a little bit louder. Alright, this is actually probably my favorite level of Act 3.
Amigo.
How much ammo you packing anyhow?
Oh. Okay.
Import this.
I almost missed that guy.
Okay, that doesn't work. I get shot one more time.
Oh wow. Epic death.
Hey, get your ass back here, Marcus. Marcus!
I don't want to shoot that barrel. Okay. I forgot I turned, like, I usually play with my sensitivity like 50, and I raised my sensitivity to 75.
Not getting any at home.
Alright.
Kevlar vest. Just the thing for a nice safe walk into Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man, I have to agree.
Once I enter the,
Hurry it up, Marcus. We
this
gotta get
room,
outta here. Thought you weren't
this
talking
next
to me.
part
Ain't
is,
talking. This is shouting.
it's a little tougher than the previous levels, because there's a lot more enemies in the hallways, and they do a lot of damage to you if you're not careful.
Okay, that does it. I get shot.
Especially
one
the
more
ones with the
time.
shotguns.
Real mad.
Alright,
You
that
ain't
was
gonna
pretty
call
good.
your mom again, are you? Dos vidania, amigo. Now I'm almost as good as new.
Which wasn't that good.
And if you get over here fast enough, I think they actually drop down faster than if you were to just like stand in the middle with your partner.
How the hell with this, man? Haitian bullets are one thing, but Russian lead
Yeah.
my ass is way beyond the Call of Duty. You wanna try explaining that to them? We're spraying bullets that import this, asshole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is where like the amount of enemies ramps up. Like the amount of enemies that show up in this hallway is ridiculous. Luckily, when you're running through there, most of them are through their like running animations to where they're supposed to end up at, so they don't actually shoot at you.
Move it, fat boy. We got a deal to bust.
Chill out. I'm coming. Wait a second.
So you can just run through. Alright.
What can I
So this
say?
is a
Once in a blue moon,
sniping
you
mission.
clowns get lucky. Good work.
Okay, partner, this is the real thing. The target is warehouse 57, way over to the left side of the dock. I cover you as much as I can.
You know, if I get some good sick headshots, you could throw this into a montage. Maybe.
You're the cap, I am the backup.
Okay, buddy, I'm going in.
But yeah, so this is just, you want to know, if you want to just know where everybody's going to spawn, because everybody spawns in the same location, and then you just shoot them as they spawn
Okay,
and come
that
out.
does it. I get shot one more time. I'm
Warehouse 45, rooftop. Hostiles, right-hand side.
Oh, I shot a little too early.
out of hell with this, man. Haitian bullets are one thing.
Stay sharp, Leanne. You see movement? Call it.
Watch him, he's wild.
Oh well.
Your head down.
Where's the other guy at? Oh, he's back here.
Stay sharp, bro. There's more coming in.
Also, a small little fun fact. I think this is the only level where
Large yellow container unit.
the any percent and the all
Warehouse
drugs
45. They're coming out of the containers.
ILs would be the same, because
Got him.
who is that?
Stay
Is that
sharp,
Will Smith?
Leanne. You see movement? Call it.
The
Inside of the yellow container.
Will Smith or the whoever the one you're covering picks up all the drugs as he goes,
Down in front of the green
like every
warehouse.
single time.
I destroy you!
Good shot, Mike.
Oh yeah, little bag of
What's the matter with you?
more coming in.
So, oh, I forgot they spawn there. Holy moly, my aim, dude.
Got it.
Warehouse 45.
This
rooftop
game is
still
also
hot,
on
Mike.
PC. Oh, I guess I should have mentioned this earlier. The
Snipers on
consoles that you can play
left-hand
this
side
on.
of
This
the
is you can play this on Xbox, GameCube, I
busy.
think PS2, and then there's also a PC version of this, but I'm playing this on Xbox.
Right of the red container, Mike.
Unrefined orchid. We gotta find out where this shit
It's
comes
also
from.
backwards compatible on 360, but I've never been able to get the. I don't think
Good shot,
my
partner.
my disc doesn't work on 360, so I don't actually know if
Mike's in the
the
hot seat.
Still got hostiles. Warehouse 55.
the load times would be faster on 360 or not. I'm guessing PC load times would be faster, unless it's unoptimized trash. So if anybody wants to do a PC run, you know, could easily get sub 30 probably.
How about you lower that?
Ain't
Say
out of
what?
this yet, partner. Don't let me down.
Also, aiming would probably be a lot easier on PC with mouse, which would be great.
Keep your head down, Marcus.
Just trying to aim with control sticks is a nightmare.
Okay, I'm going in.
That's the place, Marcus. Warehouse 57.
Take it easy, bro.
Okay.
Watch him. He's wild.
Marcus, heads up. You got enemies on the roof. I can't get an angle on them.
Kevlar vest. Just the thing for a nice safe walk into Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man, I
Okay.
have to agree.
God damn it, it's like Red Square in here.
Stay on. Time to take that Akimov.
Gotta do the scoot and shoot.
Head downstairs and get out on the far dock.
Oh, the health is on the other side, I think.
I love these things. Just throw 'em.
And watch them bounce back and blow your own legs off.
Oh, I forgot these guys were in here, dude. Yo, okay.
Yeah, amigo.
Decent save. I'm really low on health, though.
Man,
I
can't
should have at
believe
least
Jackson
had,
sold
like,
us out.
maybe a little bit of armor left.
Don't forget about Akimov. We'll worry about Jackson later.
Cool.
But that's
Now
alright.
I'm almost as good as new.
Which wasn't that good.
Okay, I'm near the yacht.
Cool, I see you. We gotta get on that yacht, man. Akimov's gotta be on board.
Alright, and then this is another sniping
Marcus,
mission.
don't screw this
You want to
up.
make sure you don't shoot. Oh, there we go. That was a pretty good snipe. Okay. This is the final act. There's
Okay,
three
so you guys
levels.
are onto something.
Yeah, there's
What
3
is
levels in
nemesis?
this final act.
Okay, showtime. Here's the deal. Head into the garden. You see someone? Shoot them. Then ask them if they'll care.
Roger that. And you'll be sunning your lazy ass where exactly?
Right up the top of that watchtower. I was playing.
Sure, I really should stay the fuck out of your way.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus, I could do with some help over here.
Oh, I think there was armor back there, but I think I'm good on armor. Okay, and then here, a bunch of enemies just spawn behind this gate. You can actually just stand here and kill them as they spawn. So if you want to make sure you don't miss any.
And now Colombian led
I
my
did.
ass.
But
Hey, Larry, you in position?
Which position is that?
One where you can help me?
Just shut up and get your ass up those steps. The mansion's that way. I got a whole new plan.
oh wow.
Okay, now listen up. You wanted help? You're gonna get it.
And then this is another sniping
Keep
mission.
your head down. Don't get in the way of my bullets. And get inside the mansion.
Who am I most in danger from? Mendoza or you?
Ain't decided yet.
They're coming from the garage.
I got him. Move on.
Incoming. Garden entrance. Right-hand side.
That's it. You're clear.
Way over on the right. Hostiles heading down the right-hand staircase.
Safe to move.
They're in the windows.
Safe to move.
Holy moly. I didn't realize you could actually die on this mission. You might actually die.
I got it. Move on.
They're in the windows. Center block.
Whew! That was a close one.
Hey, Mike, you can quit trying to shoot me now. Think I can make it inside from here.
Alright. This next stage can be a little tricky. These next two stages actually can be a little tricky. But I actually was practicing the final stage earlier and found a strat that's pretty consistent.
It's vital that you do not shoot the wine barrels.
Why's that? You want to get forensic in here?
No, I want to get drunk in there, so be careful.
Come too far to lighten up on your peasy ass now.
You spraying bullets everywhere today. Still not getting any at home?
Kevlar vest. Just the thing for a nice safe walk into Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man, I have to agree.
You just don't get it, do you? You meet me, you lose.
Oh, okay, so hold on. I've never used grenades in the later parts of these stages, but I'm actually considering it now. Because the grenades actually do help, especially in the next stage, so I might try them out here. But not here, maybe in the hallway afterwards.
Get out of my town.
How much ammo you packing in here?
Ah, damn it. Not again.
You know, I saw that one coming, which is why I ducked.
Free service. Marcus kicks ass. Hope you liked it. Huh.
I should be able to run through this. Kick the door open, please. Thanks.
What the hell you doing, playing piano?
Alright, that was close, actually.
Sounds better than you singing.
But I got it. And then, yeah, you want to make sure you pick up the AK again, because the AK is the better weapon. Okay, so this boss fight, the guy will shoot you, and if you run between the pillars, he actually won't be able to shoot you, and you can kind of peek out from behind. And in between each time, or whenever he stops, he'll throw a grenade at you, and you have to kind of watch out for that.
Come on, you big dumb shit. What's the matter with you? Your mama didn't feed you as a kid?
I was trying to peek around the wrong side. This fight is actually not that bad. Okay, and that's that boss fight. Alright, so this is the final level. Do you feel the mission if you shoot the wine barrels? No, you can actually shoot them. There's actually some really neat wine physics in this game. If you shoot, there's even fish tanks. Anything that holds water or a liquid, if you shoot it, the liquid will pour out. You know, it's pretty next gen. You know, it's pretty impressive for a game like this.
Which is why I ducked.
So there's actually normally enemies that spawn here, but if you don't kill any of the enemies behind, there will be too many enemies on the level at once, so these won't spawn. Now, that's also true for this hallway here. If you kill 2 enemies on these stairs, more enemies will spawn from these doors. So as long as you just kill the one on the stairs, no more enemies will spawn. And then I picked up the grenades for throwing over there, and just lobbing the grenade over into that end of the hallway kills all of those guys at once, which is really nice. Alright, and this is the final boss fight. And for this fight, you shoot him a little bit, and then he'll pay attention to you, and then you just run around a little bit until he pays attention to your partner. And then you just keep repeating that over and over. You can actually use grenades for this fight, but they're kind of awkward to use. Oh shit. If I get hit one more time, I'm probably gonna die.
Cause I'm real glad I get the chance to blow you away.
Alright, and time will be coming up in a little, like, couple seconds. It's when I pull the trigger on him right here, and time.
You know, next time you bring someone down, make sure his ass is all the way down.
Well, his ass is down now.
Not the point.
Totally the point.
God, the sexual tension's killing me.
Well, sweetheart, that's nice of...
Between you two, Mike, honestly, you're like a married couple.
Hey, I'm already married. I can't be married to him. Ain't got the time or the energy.
You ain't got the ass or the walk to be married to me.
I'm hungry. You see a fridge in this mansion?
We could get takeout.
We don't know the address.
We could steal a boat.
Colombians blew them all up.
So we're stuck here, together.
Will you two please give it a rest?
uh, oh, the cutscenes in this game, dude. I almost wish I could have like submitted this as a cutscene %, because man, cutscenes in this game are impressive. But yeah, that's Bad Boys Miami Takedown. Hope you guys enjoyed it.